The night Evelyn Carter was forced out of her home, the city felt colder than it ever had before. Snow drifted lazily through the air, coating the sidewalks in a soft white layer that didn't match the heaviness inside her chest. Evelyn stood on the curb outside her apartment building, her small suitcase resting beside her, her hands trembling, not just from the cold, but from what had just happened. Her husband's final words still echoed in her mind. "I need a real family, and you can't give me that." After 5 years of marriage, that single sentence had erased everything she thought she was. She had nowhere to go, no friends close enough to call at midnight, no family willing to get involved. Her phone battery blinked red as she searched for the nearest shelter, but everything nearby was full. Eventually, she found herself sitting on a bench near a quiet gas station on the edge of town, pulling her coat tighter around her body. Evelyn stared at the road, wondering how her life could collapse so completely in just a few hours. That's when headlights slowed in front of her. A black SUV pulled into the gas station and stopped a few feet away. The engine stayed running for a moment before the driver's door opened. A tall man stepped out, his coat dusted with snow, his face tired but alert. Behind him, 2 children pressed their faces against the back windows, watching her with wide eyes. "Dad," a small voice called from inside the car. "She's crying." The man glanced back at the car, then returned his attention to Evelyn. He approached carefully, keeping a respectful distance. "Are you okay?" he asked gently. Evelyn shook her head, embarrassed by the tears she hadn't realized were falling. I'm fine. Just waiting for someone." The lie felt weak even to her own ears. The man didn't push. He nodded slowly. "It's freezing out here. Do you have somewhere warm to go?" She hesitated. Then the truth spilled out, heavy and unavoidable. "No." Something changed in his expression, not pity, but concern. "My name's Daniel Brooks," he said. "Those are my kids, Noah and Lily. We were just grabbing snacks, but—" He glanced at the children again. "They won't stop staring at you." A small hand pressed against the glass, waving awkwardly. Daniel sighed softly, then looked back at Evelyn. "I can't leave you sitting out here like this. You can come warm up at our place. Just for the night." Evelyn stared at him, stunned. "You don't know me." "I know," he replied. "But I know what it looks like when someone's at the end of their rope." The words hit her harder than she expected. After a long pause, she nodded. Daniel handed her his coat before leading her to the car. It was warm, still carrying his body heat, and she clutched it like a lifeline. The drive was quiet. Lily hummed softly to herself while Noah kept sneaking glances at Evelyn in the rearview mirror. Daniel didn't ask questions, and for that, Evelyn was grateful. When they arrived, the house was modest but welcoming, light glowing through the windows. Inside, it smelled like cinnamon and something freshly baked. "Shoes by the door," Lily announced proudly. Evelyn slipped hers off and followed Daniel into the living room, where a fireplace crackled softly. The warmth wrapped around her, and for the first time that night, her body stopped shaking. "You can sit," Daniel said. "I'll make some tea." As she sat on the couch, Lily climbed up beside her without hesitation. "You look sad," the girl said matter-of-factly. "But Dad says sad doesn't last forever." Evelyn swallowed hard. "Your dad sounds smart." "He is," Noah added seriously. Daniel returned with tea and a blanket, placing them gently in her hands. "You can stay in the guest room tonight. No pressure. Just rest." That night, Evelyn cried quietly into the pillow, not from pain, but from relief. The next morning felt unreal. Sunlight streamed through the curtains, and for a brief moment, Evelyn forgot where she was. Then she heard laughter downstairs, children arguing over cereal, Daniel trying unsuccessfully to keep order. She made her way down, unsure of her place, but Daniel greeted her with a warm smile. "Morning. Coffee?" "Yes, please," she said softly. Over breakfast, the children asked her endless questions. What her favorite color was, whether she liked pancakes, if she had a dog. Daniel shot them apologetic looks, but Evelyn didn't mind. Their curiosity felt normal. After the kids left for school, Daniel grew more serious. "You don't have to explain anything," he said, leaning against the counter. "But if you want to stay a few days, you're welcome." Evelyn hesitated. I don't want to be a burden. You're not, he replied firmly. We could actually use a help. Single parenting is chaos. She almost laughed. Days turned into a week. Evelyn helped with dinners, homework, bedtime routines. In return, she found herself slowly healing. The children trusted her. Daniel respected her. No one judged her worth based on what she couldn't give. One evening, as they folded laundry together, Daniel spoke quietly. My wife passed away 3 years ago. Cancer. He paused. I never thought we'd feel normal again. Evelyn looked at him. I never thought I would either. Something unspoken passed between them. Weeks later, Daniel offered her a paid position, helping manage the household while she figured out her next steps. It wasn't charity. It was trust. For the first time in years, Evelyn felt useful again. But more than that, she felt wanted. The feelings crept in slowly. Shared late-night conversations, comfortable silences, the way Daniel watched her with quiet admiration, the way the children leaned into her without thinking. Still, fear lingered. One night, Evelyn finally spoke it out loud. I can't give you more children, she said, voice shaking. That's why my marriage ended. Daniel didn't hesitate. I already have everything I need. Tears filled her eyes. You don't understand. I do, he said softly, taking her hands. And I'm choosing you anyway. Love didn't arrive like a storm. It arrived like warmth after cold, steady, undeniable, real. Years later, Evelyn stood in the crowd at Lily's graduation, tears streaming down her face as a girl spoke into the microphone. This woman didn't give birth to me, Lily said proudly, but she chose me every single day. And that's what makes her my mom. Daniel squeezed Evelyn's hand. She thought back to the night she'd sat alone in the cold, convinced her life was over. She'd been wrong. Sometimes, losing everything is the only way to find where you truly belong. Thank you for watching Classic Stories. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that remind us how powerful compassion truly is.